Hello and welcome to Good Day Dixie. I'm your host, Erin Allred, and we have got an exciting show for you today, and I've got some really fun guests that are coming in studio, and so I don't want to waste time. I want to jump right into the show so we have time to talk to all these fun people that we've got on. But first off, I've got the Dixie dozen, but I've cut it in half so that we make a little bit more time to talk to our guests later on in the show. So bringing you the Dixie half dozen right now. Not the full dozen, the half dozen. Starting off with the Dixie half dozen, we've got Movies in the Park. They're starting up again out in Washington. They're a really fun thing for the entire family. And the first one coming up is on June 11th. It's The Lion King. And it's at Veterans Park, which is 75 East and Telegraph. They start around 8:30-ish as soon as it gets dark. Don't miss them. They're really fun, and they're free. Number two, there is a community garden that's being built in St. George. They've got plots in this garden that are for anyone to purchase, and they also have community plots. You can go work in the garden, and the fruit and the vegetables that are produced, they go to charity. They go to the Dove Center and the Dixie Care and Share. So this garden's located next to the Tonnequint Park. Go check it out. It's a really cool idea, especially if you don't have a garden of your own at home. Number three, Nonsense, the musical, is coming out to Sun River, May 17th through the 21st. Make sure you go and see that. Number four, the What Women Want Expo. This is a great way to get out with your girlfriends. That's coming up. It's $5 a person, and it is at the Dixie Center, so go to their website for more information. Number five, high school students. There's a summer kickoff party, May 29th, 9 p.m. to midnight at the Electric Theater, and it said to bring some silly strings, so that sounds interesting. And finally, number six of the half dozen, the St. George Book Festival. They're looking for people to submit fiction novels, and whoever wins this competition for fiction novels wins a grand prize of $500. So enter that. It's May 15th. Contact Barbara at 435-272-4892. So there's your Dixie half dozen, and we are going to be right back with St. George Children and Kids Family Magazine coming right back.
Broadcasting from the Dick North Center for Media Innovation on the campus of Dixie State College. Classical 91.3. Relax and renew with Bach, Strauss, and Vivaldi. Southern Utah's home for minuets and masterpieces. Classical 91.3.
Hi, and we're back in studio with my good friend now, we're good friends,
yes,
Michelle Nobis, and I had to have her on the show because I look for her magazine. She has a fairly new magazine out, and it's called Southern Utah Family and Kids Magazine. And when I moved to the area, I was looking for things for my son to do, and I couldn't find one central place to go to find fun things for him to do as a family. And then I saw your magazine, and I go all over trying to find it. And so I'm so excited that you came to be on the show with us. And I wanted to ask, first of all, how did you get started in the publishing industry? How did you get started with this magazine?
We basically started this magazine out of need. We moved back into town. I grew up in St. George. I knew everything about St. George. So when we moved back, I thought it's going to be easy to acclimate back in and find all the great resources. And we couldn't find school information. We couldn't find information about what to do on the weekends. We missed the Kite Festival the first year just because we didn't know about it. And I thought, how can that be? You know, a town of St. George's size now, it should be easy to find all the information. So we decided, you know, someone should do this, and it turned out that it was us.
It was you. Well, I'm so glad that you did, because it's been helpful for me and my son. But there's a couple things in your magazine that I just love, and I had to point them out and ask you about them. But the first fun thing that I noticed is you're doing something called Covers for Charity. Now explain that to me, because it's always really fun if you can be on the cover of a magazine.
Well, what we did is we basically try to focus on a different event going on in town, and meeting people and going around town, we realized there's so many different organizations that have great information and things to put out, but there's no forum to really get that information out. So we thought it'd be fun to focus on those organizations. There's the, what is it, the
Are these charitable organizations?
Charitable, right. There's, Karen Shares a great organization, yes. The Dove Center, the Hope Foundation, and there's so many great resources that I figure if we can just get information out to parents about what's happening and what they can do to volunteer and to be involved in the community, why not?
So if you are involved in one of these organizations and you wanted to be on the cover, what do you need to do?
The best thing to do is just email me your information, what your organization's about, why you think it would be a great cover spot, and why it's family related and of interest to our community. We're just going to start submitting or taking those applications and finding out more about them. And your organization could be on the cover of the magazine. That is great. The other thing in here that I just love as well is we're always looking for places to go eat. And my son is 6, and he, first of all, doesn't eat all of his food ever, so I end up wasting half of it. And secondly, doesn't sit still very well. And I saw in your magazine that you have a section where you list places that have great deals for kids' food and kids' menus, and that are also really good places to go eat for kids. Right. And so what are some of your favorite places to go? My favorite kid place is Parrot Head Island Broiler. Monday all day is kids eat free the entire day. They have a huge courtyard in the middle of the complex. You sit outside with your kids, because the problem with going out to eat with your kids is they will eat in 2 minutes and then they want to get up and run around. There's a wonderful courtyard with grass. There's trees out there. You can sit and enjoy it and actually talk to your spouse for a couple seconds. Sometimes that's all I'm doing is buying a little bit of time with my husband, to keep them happy. But I figure, I'm going out to dinner once or twice a week, and why not go someplace that's inexpensive? We're all going to do it, so we're just getting more creative about the outlets and the places we go. Well, I can't believe it. Totally free. All the food for kids is totally free. Monday, completely. Okay, now I really want to go there now too. I did not know that. It's wonderful food. Wonderful food. Okay, well that's the next place I'm going. The other thing that's so fun for kids is to see their picture in print. Just on the cover, anywhere in print, they just think it's the coolest thing. And you do this page where you show a bunch of pictures of local kids doing fun things. Now, first of all, what do you need to do to get your picture in the magazine? The best thing to do is just emailing me your photo. It's ptgpublishing@gmail.com. Send it to me. I love it. Local kids, send me what you're doing with your family, newborn pictures, whatever it is. And, kids love to see their picture in print, and why not? And is there specific types of pictures you're looking for, or just family pictures? Family pictures, more candid. I get a lot of formal sittings, and I really like the fun, just your family having fun, doing something that you enjoy. Well, my son's been bothering me about it forever, and so I've got to get on that. He's wanted to see his face in print forever. I constantly look at your calendar of events as well to make sure that I don't miss any of these fun things to do for kids. And I noticed a few really great things coming up. And the one that I wanted to ask you about first was on May 19th, there is the Be Healthy Dixie Walk with Mayor MacArthur. And it's great because we're encouraging kids to be healthy, but what's going on here with this walk? What he does, it's twice a month, and he does a walk on the first Wednesday and the second Wednesday of every month. It's about 2 to 5 miles, so it's not a big deal, and you can do a smaller loop or a larger loop. But it's just a way to influence kids and their parents to get out and do something, turn off the TV. And I figure if parents are doing something and getting involved, their kids will follow along, and it's just going to be a nice cycle. But it's a nice way to also connect with him. He's available, you can talk to him as you're walking, and that's the beauty of a small town, that you can meet those people, and you can meet the mayor, and walk alongside with him and ask him questions, and he loves that. Ooh, he's brave. Yeah. Who knows what type of questions you could get being the mayor. Yeah.